People are always gonna tell me every day I roll up on people, they're like, yo, I'm gonna buy the Seahawks and you're gonna buy the Jets. And I'm like, great, can't wait to see you. People are always telling me that they're gonna do this and that and this and that. And you know what I do? I don't know if you do this. I ask lots of them to email me in 60 days, in 90 days, in a year. And you know how many do? Goose egg. People talk and I don't know where it stops or starts, but I know that most of you, 99% of you, aren't gonna do anything about it, and that sucks.
I think we focus so much, we focus so much on what we don't have.
Yeah.
We focus on what everybody else has. Like we always want to focus on the disadvantage. And I'm not saying we're not disadvantaged, but if you make that the focus, where your focus goes, your energy flows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna focus on a couple things I do have. Life, I got a brain, I know how to read, I know how to speak. So what my father wasn't there? So what, you know, I didn't go to the best school district? So what, I got kicked out? So what, I got kicked out of college? So what? I'm gonna focus on what I can do, what I do have, and what I can become. And that's what I think. And they asked me, well, why are you up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Why are you up so early? If we don't get started at 8:30, what you doing up at 4? I'm getting up at 4 because I don't have the resources that other guy has. I don't have a connection. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? My parents didn't know anybody. They weren't a part of any clubs, right? So I can beat him though if I get up at 3 because he's not getting up to 6.
He ain't getting up at there.
He's not getting up at 6. He's not getting up at 3. So I may not have his resources, his opportunities. I may not have his network. But if I grind, I can beat him. If I put in the work, I can catch up. Everything I didn't have, I can catch up with work. And that's what it means to me. Every advantage that I want, the currency to get it is grind. Whatever your hand find to do, do it with all your might. And if I could do it with all my might, I can catch the dude that's got 10 years ahead. Look, there are people who graduated. I graduated in 12 years with a 4-year degree.
But you got to invest the time in your reasons why. Most people walk through this planet Earth just wandering around hoping for kind of generic stuff, okay? Then there's a few people who go, nah, this is really what I want. Now you're in an elite group. But what's the most rare is for someone walking around Earth who's completely specific, who's loaded with big time reasons that they've linked to it. Now you're powerful.
Yeah, like Tony Robbins says, he says, life will pay any price you ask of it.
I love it. And by the way, and the reverse is also true. If you don't ask of it, there'll be a price you won't pay and your will to win is bought.
Yeah. They say the road to anywhere will take you anywhere, you know? And most people just don't get clear, and as a result, they end up by default, you know, in no man's land.
Yeah, by the way, and here's the truth, you know the hardcore truth? No one will know anyways. Because if you're one of those people, no one will ever know you lived.
Yeah.
You will go through this earth and no one will know you were here. That's a sad way to live.
Most of you are so molded by your parents, you can't even wrap your head around it. And there are certain things your parents put in you that you are scared to break against because you don't want to let them down.
I just feel like your gifts will make room for you. And when you're trying to be somebody else, you block your gifts. You block your opportunity. So I'm not, you don't see me trying to throw a football. You don't see me trying to, you know, put a basketball in a hoop. You see me speaking. You know, you see me serving, helping kids get their GED. I blew up with teaching a GED class. That's how I became famous. And people always ask me, why did you start there? Because somebody helped me to get my GED. So that's the one thing I had. I had knowledge on how to get a GED. I didn't know how to do anything else, but I had just gotten a GED. So I'm like, hey, I got a GED. If I can't do nothing else, I can psychologically tell you how to get prepared for a GED.
I'm a big pusher of patience.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because you don't know the result. You can only work the process. You don't know when the prize is coming.
Do you know what I'm most fascinated about? Everybody there right now, how many people gave up a month before it was gonna happen? Like I'm worried that what happens when you die and you like go talk to God, God's like, yo, listen, I gotta show you something. You gave up on March 19th, 1994, it was gonna happen on April 7th, 1994, and you're like, what? Like, I'm fascinated by lack of patience.
You know what? It is not that bad to go sell Mercedes somewhere or do something. It's not that bad to settle for my life. And I remember I was literally feeling my body change, like losing my energy for it. I could feel it. And I remember thinking to myself, damn it, I always do this when it gets hard. I always give in. I always hold a little back. All my life, school, relationships, baseball, I worked hard, but I always left a little bit in reserve. I think just so I had an excuse. Just a little bit, I held back from my my maxed out effort. I held it back just a little bit, almost so I'd have an excuse if it didn't work.
Yeah.
It says ideas are This hangs in our office, and it's driving people crazy. And the reason I don't finish my statement in that sign is I want people to think, because the sign actually reads, if it was in its full entirety, ideas are until you execute them. Where does motivation stop and start? Everybody's got a different answer, but here's what I can tell you. It's really easy to be motivated. Either you've got it, or you can watch it. It's really hard to execute. It is the variable that separates people.
But if you're not executing, you're not motivation. Like, I don't know what that other stuff is you're doing, but real motivation, I don't know which one comes first, but it makes you do something. Like, if you're not doing anything, you're not really motivated. Look, everybody can get, but can you keep? So for me, I say, I'm not into money. I just don't want to go back to being homeless. I don't want to eat out of trash cans again. I don't want to sleep in abandoned buildings. So it's the darkness in me that gets me up and drives me.
I genuinely believe the worst thing in life is to be somewhere, grow, and then go backwards.